Hey Masked Singer fans, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and it is Friday. You know what that means? It's time to reveal someone under the mask of the Masked Singer. As you know, in yesterday's video, I said in the comments section, you let me know who you want me to reveal next on the show. Obviously, we only have a few people left from Group C, though. I know, we still have people from A and B. We haven't revealed yet, which next week is a bye week, so there won't be an episode, so maybe we'll do 2 reveals next week. But for this episode, I told you to name someone from that episode, and you guys chose the Candelabra. So I figured, let's go through all the clues, then give you the pitch correct audio, give you our guess, compare that audio to our guess, then answer some of these clues. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and then you give us a thumbs up because it does help us with the YouTube algorithm. That being said, let's get started for this costume. We only have 2 episodes of clues. Now, really, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first episode that we had for her, which is technically, you can call it week 6, but it's episode 7. There was enough clues in there to determine who was under the mask of this character. Honestly, she is someone that's so well known, you really only needed the voice. As soon as she started singing, it was one of those things where I went, oh my gosh, I totally knew who that is. And as a lot of people send me messages, it's like, unless you're not part of that generation that knows that voice, it might be a little hard, but let's go through some of the clues she gave us, starting off with episode 7. At just 12 years old, she called up performers from her town, begging them to give her a chance. One finally did. After that person said yes, it ignited her career. She goes, but that never slowed my hustle. I had continued to fight hard to keep my flame going. You could say I was burning the candle at both ends. Visual clues, we had a castle, a phone call to Kevin Hart, which could be a play on 2 different things. Suitcases, a fire, because she is a candle, right? We have a picture of a candelabra with a blue butterfly on it, a painting in California, and a present that was wrapped, and there was a tag that said Santa's Naughty List. Then we had the onstage clue for that episode was One Hit Wonders. Her song was Two Princes by the Spin Doctors, which is a really good song. It's still stuck in my head. She says, listen, who needs 2 princes when you have one fire princess? Princess is a big clue right there. Next episode, which was this past week, it was Troll's episode. She says, growing up, I had to be tough. My mom was in and out of my life, and I was on my own a lot until some family friends took me in. So someone who clearly was either adopted or the friends just said, just live with us for X amount of years until you turn 18. She says that she worked hard for everything she has, but always strives for more. She, quote, I'm never fully satisfied, unquote. Visual clues, we had a house on fire, more firing thing, dancing shoes, a ring box with a question mark on it, and another castle. So someone who is clearly a princess. Then we had the troll clue. Blue and red teacups that said the real tea on them. She says, of course, I want you to know that on and off the camera, I'm keeping it 100% real. For those who don't know that phrase, it means you're kind of telling the truth and you're living your life, you know, in the most authentic way possible. Now it's time for the pitch correct audio. Maybe you don't know what this is, so let me explain it for you. Every single week, the Masked Singer gives us these clue packages. And in the clue package, it is the real celebrity speaking. It really is. But Fox is smart. They're like, you know what? We can't let them hear the real celebrity voice because if we do, people are going to recognize it. So they take that audio, they speed it up or they pitch it down to make it sound like something you never heard of before. Now, I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, where it's my job to make audio sound good, so I figured I could slow it down, I could pitch correct it, that way we can hear the real celebrity voice. Now, once you have that audio, you kind of compare it to your top guesses, and then boom, you figure out who is under the mask. So, I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of the original audio they gave us, and then our audio. Take a listen.
Making my debut on the Masked Singer stage last week was so much fun.
Making my debut on the Masked Singer stage last week was so much fun. Hearing the praise from the panel really set my competitive side aflame. I think I get my fighting spirit from my childhood. Growing up, I had to be tough. My mom was in and out of my life, and I was on my own a lot until some family friends took me in. But I've learned from a young age that the only person I could really depend on was myself. I've worked hard for everything I've got, and I always strive for more because I'm never fully satisfied.
So who is that? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to tell you my guess now. It is Keyshia Cole. Hands down, that was her singing voice, and the clues add up. And before we get to the clues, let's compare the Candelabra's speaking voice, or the pitch correct audio, to her interview, and then we'll compare her singing to the Candelabra. And then from there, you tell me if they sound the same.
Making my debut on the Masked Singer stage last week was so much fun.
MC Hammer every day for at least 3 months.
So hands down, that sounds like her to me. Does it sound like her to you? Let's answer some of these clues, okay? Starting off with episode 7, she said at 12 years old, she called up all these people and blah, 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 and that is true. At the age of 12, she called and met a friend of a friend who then introduced him to a brother who happened to be MC Hammer. They recorded a song, and yes, her career started from there. She says, that never slowed down her hustle. She had to continue to fight, and that's true. She's gone through a lot in her lifetime, being friends with Tupac, which unfortunately a lot of things had happened there. She actually talks about her last conversation with him many of times. She had a really rough childhood too, which we'll talk about in the next clue package. We saw Castle. Well, she is known as the Princess of Hip Hop Soul, which is another clue we keep seeing a lot in these clue packages. The phone call to Kevin Hart. We know there's a song that's talking, or she's an album about hearts, but if you really start Googling it, there's been many public appearances where they're together. So I'm going to guess that they actually are friends in real life. We saw a picture of the Candelabra with a blue butterfly. She has a tattoo right here, which is a blue butterfly. A painting of California. She was born in Oakland, California, so she's a California girl. Santa's naughty list. Well, she has that naughty girl persona, so works out. We saw the one-hit wonders clue about the princes. Once again, she's a princess of the hip-hop soul. Episode 8, she talked about having it rough when she was young and her mom was in and out of her life. A few things happened here. Unfortunately, her mother was an addict, and so she had to go back in and out of rehab. While that was going on, her friend's parents adopted her. And that's where we got her last name, Cole, from, interestingly enough. We saw a ring box with a question mark on it. When you go online, she was married once before. She got divorced, I think, in 2017, but then she got engaged in 2020. And that's a whole drama thing there because the question mark really means she hasn't got married from that. So there's a lot that goes on there. And then the troll clue, which was, I like to keep it 100% real. And yeah, that is 100% her. She is the kind of person who's authentic, who is 100% truthful. So she is keeping it real 100% of the time. So those are the clues and the answer for who is under the mask of the Candelabra. You let me know in the comment section. Do you agree or you disagree? Also, we have a lot of reveal videos from this past season. Go through those videos and then you let me know who you want me to reveal next week. Let's pick 2 people. I mean, there is no show next week, so maybe we'll do on Wednesday a reveal of everyone so far this season. Maybe on Tuesday do a reveal video, and then maybe on that Friday have another reveal video. I don't know. You let me know in the comment section, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And those asking, yes, my voice is back. I am feeling better. Thank you for all the awesome messages. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.